Are you tired of feeling down all the time? Do you ever wonder if there's a way to break free from the grip of depression? Imagine waking up each day with a sense of peace and purpose, ready to take on the world. If you're nodding along, you're in the right place. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we unravel life's complexities and find practical ways to thrive. Picture this. You're walking in a beautiful garden, surrounded by vibrant flowers and lush greenery. The sun is shining, warming your skin, and a gentle breeze dances through the air. Everything feels calm and serene. Now, hold on to that feeling because that's exactly what we're aiming for: inner peace and tranquility. But before we dive into how to achieve that, let's address the elephant in the room: the depression. It's like a heavy cloud that follows you everywhere, casting a shadow over even the brightest moments. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, but it's not something you have to accept as your reality forever. Here's the thing: depression isn't just feeling sad from time to time. It's a complex mix of emotions that can weigh you down and make even the simplest tasks feel impossible. But the good news is there's light at the end of the tunnel, and it starts with understanding what depression really is. Think of depression as a thief that steals your joy, leaving you feeling empty and exhausted. It can sneak up on you when you least expect it, making it hard to see a way out. But here's where we come in. We're here to equip you with the tools and knowledge to reclaim your happiness and live a fulfilling life. So why should you stick around for this journey? Well, for starters, imagine if this video could change your life. Imagine if, by the end of it, you felt a glimmer of hope, a spark of inspiration to take charge of your mental health and start living on your own terms. That's what we're aiming for, and we need your help to spread this message far and wide. Our goal is simple: to reach 100 likes on this video. Why? Because each like represents someone who's ready to make a change, someone who's tired of feeling stuck and is ready to take the first step towards a brighter tomorrow. So, if you're with us, hit that like button and let's make a difference together. But enough about numbers, let's get down to business. In this video series, we'll explore the wisdom of Buddhism and how its teachings can help you overcome depression and find inner peace. It's a journey of self-discovery and transformation, and we're thrilled to have you along for the ride. So, buckle up, dear friend, because the path to healing starts here. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where together we'll stop being depressed right now. Lesson 1: Understanding depression. Depression is like a heavy cloud that hangs over your mind, making everything seem dull and overwhelming. It's more than just feeling sad or blue. It's a deep sense of hopelessness and despair that can make even the simplest tasks feel impossible. Imagine waking up each day feeling like there's a weight on your chest, dragging you down into a dark pit of despair. It's important to understand that depression is not a sign of weakness or personal failure. It's a complex mental health condition that can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. It's caused by a combination of genetic, biological, environmental, and psychological factors. Many people struggling with depression may not even realize they have it. They might dismiss their feelings as just a phase or try to cope on their own without seeking help. But ignoring depression won't make it go away. In fact, it often gets worse over time if left untreated. Depression can manifest in various ways, including persistent sadness, loss of interest in activities once enjoyed, changes in appetite or sleep patterns, fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, and thoughts of self-harm or suicide. These symptoms can vary in intensity and duration from person to person. Living with depression can feel like being trapped in a dark tunnel with no way out. It can affect every aspect of your life, from your relationships and work to your physical health and overall well-being. But there is hope. With the right support and guidance, it's possible to overcome depression and rediscover joy and meaning in life. In the next sections, we'll explore how the principles of Buddhism can offer valuable insights and tools for managing and overcoming depression. By understanding the nature of suffering and the path to liberation taught by the Buddha, we can learn to navigate the challenges of depression with greater clarity, resilience, and compassion. Lesson 2: The Foundations of Buddhism. Buddhism, a profound philosophy that originated over 2,500 years ago, offers timeless wisdom on understanding life's challenges, including depression. At its core, Buddhism teaches that suffering is an inherent part of existence, but it also provides practical methods to alleviate it. To grasp Buddhism's essence, one must start with its fundamental principles. The first principle is the concept of impermanence. Buddhism emphasizes that everything in life is transient, including our emotions and circumstances. Understanding this impermanence can help alleviate the weight of depression by realizing that difficult emotions will eventually pass. The second principle is the law of karma, which states that our actions have consequences, shaping our present and future experiences. By taking responsibility for our actions and cultivating positive intentions, we can create a more favorable environment for our mental well-being. The third principle is the doctrine of no self, which challenges the notion of a fixed, unchanging identity. Buddhism teaches that our sense of self is fluid and interconnected with the world around us. Recognizing this can free us from self-critical thoughts and beliefs that contribute to depression. The fourth principle is the understanding of suffering, or dukkha. Buddhism acknowledges that suffering is an inherent part of life but emphasizes that it can be transcended through wisdom and compassion. By confronting the root causes of suffering, we can gradually lessen its hold on us. The fifth principle is the concept of mindfulness, which involves being fully present and aware in the moment without judgment. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and mindful breathing, can help calm the mind and alleviate symptoms of depression by fostering inner peace and clarity. The sixth principle is the importance of ethical conduct, or sila, which involves living in accordance with moral principles such as compassion, honesty, and non-harming. By cultivating virtuous qualities, we create a foundation for mental well-being and harmonious relationships with others. The seventh principle is the pursuit of wisdom, or prajna, which involves seeing through the illusions of the ego and understanding the true nature of reality. Wisdom helps us navigate life's challenges with clarity and equanimity, reducing the impact of depressive thoughts and emotions. The eighth principle is the practice of meditation, which lies at the heart of Buddhist teachings. Meditation cultivates concentration, awareness, and insight, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. Regular meditation practice can significantly reduce symptoms of depression and promote emotional balance. The ninth principle is the importance of compassion, or karuna, which involves extending kindness and empathy to ourselves and others. Cultivating compassion can counteract feelings of isolation and worthlessness often associated with depression, fostering a sense of connection and belonging. The 10th principle is the cultivation of equanimity, or upekkha, which involves developing a balanced and non-reactive mind. Equanimity allows us to face life's ups and downs with resilience and acceptance, reducing the impact of external circumstances on our mental well-being. The 11th principle is the concept of interdependence, which emphasizes the interconnectedness of all beings and phenomena. Recognizing our interconnectedness can inspire feelings of gratitude, generosity, and altruism, counteracting the self-centeredness that fuels depression. The 12th principle is the pursuit of liberation, or nirvana, which involves transcending the cycle of suffering and attaining ultimate freedom and enlightenment. While nirvana may seem like a distant goal, every step we take on the Buddhist path brings us closer to inner peace and liberation from suffering. Lesson 3: The Four Noble Truths. In the heart of Buddhist teachings lies the profound wisdom encapsulated in the Four Noble Truths. These truths serve as a roadmap for understanding and transcending suffering. The truth of suffering. The first noble truth acknowledges the existence of suffering in our lives. It encompasses physical pain, emotional turmoil, and the pervasive dissatisfaction that often accompanies human existence. From the smallest irritations to the most profound grief, suffering manifests in various forms throughout our lives. The truth of the cause of suffering. The second noble truth delves into the origins of suffering. It points to craving, attachment, and aversion as the root causes of our dissatisfaction. We constantly seek pleasure, cling to what brings temporary joy, and recoil from discomfort. This incessant cycle of desire and aversion traps us in a state of perpetual dissatisfaction. The truth of the end of suffering. Despite the pervasive nature of suffering, the third noble truth offers hope. It asserts that there is an end to suffering, a state of profound peace and liberation known as nirvana. By addressing the root causes of suffering, we can attain liberation and experience lasting contentment. The truth of the path to the end of suffering. The fourth noble truth outlines the noble Eightfold Path as the means to transcend suffering. This path consists of 8 interconnected principles that guide practitioners towards wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. By cultivating virtues such as mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, we can gradually unravel the knots of suffering and find true liberation. Each noble truth builds upon the other, forming a comprehensive framework for understanding and addressing the complexities of human suffering. By embracing these truths, individuals can embark on a transformative journey towards inner peace and fulfillment. The 4 noble truths offer not only a diagnosis of the human condition but also a prescription for liberation. They invite us to examine our experiences with clarity and compassion, empowering us to break free from the chains of suffering. To illustrate, imagine a person who constantly craves validation from others. Their happiness hinges on external approval, leading to anxiety and insecurity when it is not forthcoming. This craving for validation perpetuates a cycle of suffering, as their sense of self-worth becomes dependent on external factors. However, by recognizing the impermanent and unreliable nature of external validation, they can begin to cultivate inner contentment and self-acceptance. Through the practice of mindfulness and self-awareness, they can gradually liberate themselves from the grip of craving and find true peace within. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we explore the timeless wisdom of Buddhism to cultivate inner peace and well-being. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to join us on this journey of self-discovery and transformation. Lesson 4: The Noble Eightfold Path. Embarking on the journey to alleviate depression through Buddhism entails following the Noble Eightfold Path, a set of guidelines designed to lead one towards liberation from suffering. Let's break it down into simple, actionable steps. Right understanding. It starts with understanding the nature of suffering and its causes. By recognizing the impermanence and interconnectedness of all things, we gain insight into the root of our discontent. Right intention. Setting our intentions towards kindness, compassion, and non-harming. Cultivating a genuine desire to alleviate suffering, both in ourselves and others, forms the foundation of this path. Right speech. Words hold immense power. Through mindful speech, we refrain from falsehood, divisive language, harsh words, and idle gossip. Instead, we speak truthfully, kindly, and constructively. Right action. Our actions should align with our intentions. This means refraining from harming others, stealing, or engaging in unethical behaviors. Instead, we act with integrity, honesty, and generosity. Right livelihood. Our livelihood should not cause harm to others or ourselves. We seek employment that promotes well-being and contributes positively to society, avoiding professions that involve exploitation or violence. Right effort. cultivating a positive mindset requires effort. We actively work towards abandoning harmful tendencies and cultivating wholesome qualities, such as kindness, patience, and mindfulness. Right mindfulness. Mindfulness is the cornerstone of Buddhist practice. By paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations in the present moment without judgment, we develop insight and clarity. Right concentration. Through meditation and focused attention, we develop a calm and concentrated mind. This allows us to see things as they truly are and cultivate deeper insights into the nature of reality. By walking the Noble Eightfold Path, we gradually transform our lives and minds, moving towards greater peace, happiness, and liberation from suffering. Lesson 5. Applying Buddhist principles to overcome depression. Depression can feel like an endless cycle of suffering, but Buddhist principles offer a path towards relief. The first step is recognizing that suffering is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define us. By understanding the root causes of our suffering, we can begin to address them effectively. Buddhism teaches that attachment and clinging to desires are at the core of our suffering. When we become too attached to specific outcomes or possessions, we set ourselves up for disappointment and despair. To overcome depression, we must learn to let go of these attachments. This doesn't mean we should abandon our goals or aspirations, but rather cultivate a mindset of non-attachment. By releasing our grip on expectations, we free ourselves from the burden of disappointment. Instead of fixating on what we lack, we learn to appreciate the present moment and find contentment in simple pleasures. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for combating depression. By staying present and aware of our thoughts and emotions, we can break free from negative thought patterns. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts without judgment, creating space between ourselves and our suffering. Through practices like meditation and deep breathing, we can train our minds to remain calm and centered even in the face of adversity. Compassion is also essential on the path to overcoming depression. By extending kindness and empathy towards ourselves and others, we create a supportive environment for healing. Instead of harsh self-criticism, we offer ourselves love and understanding. Similarly, by showing compassion towards others, we cultivate a sense of interconnectedness and belonging. Self-care is crucial when battling depression. This includes taking care of our physical health through regular exercise, nutritious eating, and adequate sleep. It also involves nurturing our emotional well-being by engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. By prioritizing self-care, we replenish our energy and resilience, making it easier to cope with life's challenges. Connecting with a supportive community can also provide invaluable support on the journey to overcoming depression. Whether it's through a local Buddhist group, therapy, or online forums, finding people who understand and empathize with our struggles can be incredibly comforting. Sharing our experiences and learning from others can inspire hope and motivation. In addition to these practices, gratitude can be a powerful antidote to depression. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we shift our attention away from negativity and towards positivity. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude reminds us of the abundance in our lives, even during difficult times. Finally, forgiveness is essential for releasing the grip of depression. Holding on to grudges and resentment only prolongs our suffering. By forgiving ourselves and others, we free ourselves from the burden of anger and bitterness. Forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful actions, but rather releasing ourselves from their hold on our hearts. In conclusion, overcoming depression is possible with the guidance of Buddhist principles. By letting go of attachments, practicing mindfulness, cultivating compassion, prioritizing self-care, connecting with others, expressing gratitude, and practicing forgiveness, we can break free from the grip of depression and find lasting peace and happiness. Remember, the journey may not be easy, but with dedication and perseverance, healing is within reach. Lesson 6: Cultivating Mindfulness and Awareness. In the journey of overcoming depression, cultivating mindfulness and awareness can be like shining a light in the darkness. It's about becoming fully present in each moment, paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. Imagine you're sitting by a stream, watching leaves float by. This is mindfulness, observing without getting caught up in the current. It's about being aware of the present moment, accepting it as it is. Mindfulness begins with the breath. Take a deep breath in, feel it fill your lungs, then slowly exhale. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the sensation of air passing through your nostrils. This simple act brings you back to the here and now. It's easy to get lost in the whirlwind of our thoughts. Mindfulness teaches us to observe them without getting swept away. Picture yourself sitting on a hill, watching clouds drift by. Thoughts are like clouds. They come and go, but you remain anchored in awareness. One way to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Focus on your breath, letting thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. Mindfulness isn't just about meditation. It's about bringing awareness to everyday activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or washing dishes, do it with full attention. Notice the colors, textures, and sensations around you. Practicing mindfulness can help break the cycle of rumination, the endless replaying of negative thoughts. Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, focus on the present moment. This is where peace resides. Another aspect of mindfulness is self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, like you would a dear friend. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment, knowing that imperfection is part of the human experience. As you cultivate mindfulness, you may begin to notice patterns in your thoughts and emotions. Awareness allows you to respond consciously rather than react impulsively. It's like stepping back from the canvas to see the bigger picture. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine can have profound effects on your mental well-being. Start with small steps. Take a few moments each day to pause, breathe, and reconnect with yourself. Gradually, you'll build the capacity to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. Remember, mindfulness is a practice, a journey rather than a destination. Be patient with yourself, knowing that each moment offers an opportunity for growth and transformation. As you continue on this path, may you find peace, joy, and liberation from suffering. Lesson 7: Developing Compassion and Loving Kindness. In our journey to overcome depression, one of the most powerful tools we can cultivate is compassion. Compassion is the ability to feel empathy and understanding towards ourselves and others, even in difficult times. It's like a warm embrace that soothes our pain and connects us with the world around us. Imagine a world where everyone practiced compassion daily. It would be a world filled with kindness, understanding, and support. But compassion starts within ourselves. It's about treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend. When we're depressed, it's easy to fall into self-criticism and self-blame. But by practicing self-compassion, we can break free from this cycle. Instead of berating ourselves for our perceived flaws and mistakes, we can offer ourselves words of encouragement and support. Loving kindness, or metta in Buddhism, is another essential practice for overcoming depression. It involves cultivating a sense of unconditional love and goodwill towards ourselves and others. It's about wishing happiness, peace, and well-being for ourselves and all beings. One simple way to practice loving kindness is through loving kindness meditation. In this practice, we repeat phrases such as, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be safe," "May I live with ease," while focusing on feelings of warmth and love in our hearts. By regularly practicing loving-kindness meditation, we can rewire our brains to focus on positivity and cultivate a more compassionate outlook on life. We begin to see ourselves and others through the lens of love and understanding rather than judgment and criticism. Compassion and loving-kindness aren't just feel-good sentiments. They have real, tangible benefits for our mental and emotional well-being. Research has shown that practicing compassion can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, increase feelings of happiness and satisfaction, and improve overall quality of life. But developing compassion and loving-kindness takes time and effort. It's like planting seeds in a garden. We must nurture them with care and patience for them to grow and flourish. We can start by simply being more mindful of our thoughts and actions, noticing when we're being self-critical or judgmental, and gently guiding ourselves towards a more compassionate mindset. As we cultivate compassion and loving-kindness within ourselves, we also extend it outward to others. We become more empathetic and understanding towards the struggles of those around us, offering a listening ear, a comforting presence, or a helping hand whenever needed. In times of suffering, it's easy to feel alone and disconnected from others. But compassion reminds us that we're all in this together, navigating the ups and downs of life as best we can. It's a reminder that we're not alone in our struggles and that we have the power to support and uplift each other. So let's make compassion and loving-kindness a priority in our lives. Let's treat ourselves and others with the kindness, understanding, and love that we all deserve. Together, we can create a world filled with compassion, where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Lesson 8: Letting go of attachments and expectations. In our journey to stop being depressed, one crucial aspect is learning to let go of attachments and expectations. Picture this: you're holding onto a balloon, and that balloon represents your attachment to things, material possessions, relationships, even ideas of how life should be. As you hold on tightly, your grip becomes strained, causing tension and anxiety. But what if you gently release that balloon? You feel lighter, freer, and more at peace. That's the essence of letting go. Attachments are like chains that bind us to the past or pull us into an uncertain future. We cling to possessions, people, or outcomes, believing they define our happiness. But in reality, they only create dependence and suffering. Buddhism teaches us to loosen our grip on these attachments, recognizing that true happiness comes from within, not from external sources. Imagine you're planning a picnic, but it starts raining. You feel disappointed because your expectation of a sunny day wasn't met. But what if you embraced the rain, enjoying the moment for what it is? By releasing expectations, you open yourself to the beauty of life's unpredictability. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means surrendering control and embracing acceptance. It's about releasing the need to manipulate or force outcomes and instead trusting in the natural flow of life. When we relinquish control, we find peace in the present moment, unburdened by worries about the future or regrets from the past. Consider the story of a monk who carried a precious vase wherever he went. One day, he stumbled and dropped the vase, shattering it into pieces. Instead of despairing, he smiled and exclaimed, "Finally, I can be free." This story illustrates the freedom that comes from letting go of attachments. Attachments often manifest as strong emotions like jealousy, anger, or resentment. When we cling to these emotions, they consume us, clouding our judgment and perpetuating our suffering. But by releasing these attachments, we create space for forgiveness, compassion, and inner peace to flourish. Letting go requires courage and self-awareness. It means confronting our fears and insecurities head-on, acknowledging that they no longer serve us. By relinquishing attachments, we break free from the cycle of suffering and open ourselves to a profound sense of liberation. Think of a river flowing effortlessly downstream. It doesn't cling to the rocks or debris in its path. It simply flows around them. Similarly, when we let go of attachments, we navigate life's challenges with grace and ease, unencumbered by resistance or attachment to outcomes. Buddhism teaches us that everything is impermanent, including our attachments. When we cling to something fleeting, we set ourselves up for disappointment. But by embracing impermanence and letting go, we find peace in the ever-changing nature of existence. Letting go is a continual practice, requiring patience and perseverance. It's not something that happens overnight, but rather a gradual unfolding of awareness and acceptance. Each moment presents an opportunity to release attachments and cultivate inner freedom. In the words of Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh, letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. So, take a deep breath, and with each exhale, release the attachments that weigh you down. Embrace the simplicity and beauty of letting go, and discover the boundless joy that awaits you on the other side. Lesson 9: Finding Inner Peace and Contentment. In the journey to overcome depression, finding inner peace and contentment is like discovering a treasure within oneself. It's about embracing the present moment with acceptance and gratitude, regardless of external circumstances. Here's how you can cultivate inner peace and contentment in your life. Practice gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the warmth of the sun on your face or the smile of a loved one. Live mindfully. Pay attention to the present moment without judgment. Mindfulness helps you become aware of your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Savor the simple pleasures. Slow down and appreciate the small joys in life. Whether it's enjoying a cup of tea, listening to your favorite song, or watching the sunset. Let go of comparison. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Recognize that everyone's journey is unique, and focus on your own progress and growth. Cultivate compassion. Show kindness and compassion to yourself and others. Understand that everyone is facing their own struggles and challenges. Connect with nature. Spend time outdoors and immerse yourself in the beauty of nature. Nature has a way of soothing the mind and nurturing the soul. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Prioritize activities that recharge and rejuvenate you. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy and overwhelm you. Setting boundaries is essential for protecting your peace of mind. Embrace imperfection. Accept that perfection is unattainable and embrace your flaws and imperfections. It's okay to be imperfectly perfect. Focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying about things beyond your control, focus on taking positive actions in areas where you have influence. Find meaning and purpose. Engage in activities that align with your values and bring meaning to your life. Having a sense of purpose can give you direction and fulfillment. Practice forgiveness. Let go of resentments and grudges that weigh you down. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, freeing you from the burden of anger and bitterness. Seek support. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family, or a therapist who can offer encouragement and guidance during difficult times. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small. Celebrating progress boosts your confidence and motivates you to keep moving forward. Find joy in the journey. Life is a journey filled with ups and downs. Find joy in the process of growth and self-discovery, rather than solely focusing on the destination. Practice self-compassion. Be gentle and understanding with yourself, especially during challenging times. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a dear friend. Letting go of attachments, release attachments to outcomes and expectations. Embrace the flow of life and trust that everything happens for a reason. Nurture your spirituality. Explore practices that nurture your spiritual well-being, whether it's meditation, prayer, or connecting with your inner self. Live with intention. Set intentions for how you want to live your life and make choices that align with your values and goals. Remember, you are enough. You are worthy of love, happiness, and inner peace just as you are. Believe in yourself and your ability to create a fulfilling life. Lesson 10: Building Resilience and Emotional Well-Being. In this hectic world, filled with ups and downs, building resilience is like having a superpower for your mind. Resilience means bouncing back from tough times, like a rubber ball that keeps its shape no matter how hard it's thrown. But how can we cultivate this resilience, especially when depression weighs us down? Picture your mind as a garden. Just like you tend to flowers, you can nurture your mind with positive thoughts and actions. Each positive thought is like a seed planted in the soil of your mind, blossoming into resilience over time. Practice gratitude. Take a moment each day to appreciate the little things in life, whether it's a warm cup of tea or a smile from a stranger. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Embrace change. Life is constantly evolving, and so are you. Instead of resisting change, see it as an opportunity for growth and adaptation. Flexibility is a key ingredient in the recipe for resilience. Surround yourself with support. Just like a sturdy tree needs strong roots, you need a support system to lean on during tough times. Reach out to friends, family, or a therapist who can provide comfort and guidance. Practice self-care. Just as you wouldn't expect a car to run without fuel, you can't expect yourself to thrive without proper care. Take time each day to nourish your body, mind, and soul with activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Develop problem-solving skills. When faced with challenges, approach them like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Break the problem down into smaller pieces, brainstorm solutions, and take action step by step. Cultivate a growth mindset. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, see them as opportunities for learning and growth. A growth mindset empowers you to persevere in the face of obstacles, fueling your resilience. Set realistic goals. Break larger goals into smaller, manageable steps, and celebrate each milestone along the way. Achieving these goals boosts your confidence and resilience, propelling you forward. Practice mindfulness. Tune into the present moment without judgment, allowing thoughts and emotions to come and go like clouds passing in the sky. Mindfulness reduces stress and cultivates inner peace, enhancing your resilience. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Whether it's painting, dancing, or hiking in nature, find what lights you up inside and make time for it regularly. Joy is like a shield against adversity, fortifying your resilience. Foster connections with others. Humans are social creatures, and meaningful connections nourish our souls. Reach out to friends, join clubs or communities, and engage in activities that bring you closer to others. Practice forgiveness. Holding on to grudges only weighs you down, like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. Let go of resentment and forgive yourself and others, freeing up space for resilience to grow. Develop a sense of purpose. What drives you? What gives your life meaning and direction? Discovering your purpose fuels your resilience, providing a guiding star to navigate through life's storms. Cultivate optimism. Even in the darkest of times, there's a glimmer of hope waiting to be found. Train your mind to see the silver lining in every cloud, nurturing your resilience and inner strength. Learn to regulate your emotions. Just like a captain steers a ship through rough waters, you can navigate the stormy seas of your emotions with skill and grace. Practice techniques like deep breathing and positive self-talk to stay afloat. Seek professional help if needed. There's no shame in asking for support when you need it. Therapists and counselors are trained to help you build resilience and overcome challenges, offering valuable insights and tools along the way. Practice patience. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is resilience. Be gentle with yourself as you embark on this journey, knowing that progress takes time and effort. Celebrate your strengths. Take pride in how far you've come and the obstacles you've overcome. Each victory, no matter how small, strengthens your resilience muscle, making you more resilient in the long run. Stay hopeful. Even when the road ahead seems dark and uncertain, hold on to hope like a beacon of light guiding you home. With hope in your heart, you can weather any storm that comes your way. Remember, you are not alone. Countless others have walked this path before you, and many more will walk it after you. Draw strength from the collective wisdom and support of humanity, knowing that together we can overcome anything. Congratulations! You've embarked on a journey toward a brighter, more peaceful life. By delving into the wisdom of Buddhism, you've taken a powerful step towards overcoming depression. But remember, this journey doesn't end here. It's just the beginning. Now, it's time to put these teachings into action and truly transform your life. Start by integrating mindfulness into your daily routine. Take a few moments each day to simply breathe and be present in the moment. Notice the sensations in your body, the thoughts in your mind without judgment. This simple practice can help you break free from the cycle of negative thoughts and emotions. Next, cultivate compassion and loving kindness towards yourself and others. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a dear friend. Practice forgiveness, both for yourself and those who have caused you pain. Let go of grudges and resentments, and open your heart to healing and growth. Remember to let go of attachments and expectations. Release the need for things to be a certain way, and embrace the beauty of life's unpredictability. Find joy in the present moment, rather than clinging to desires for the future. As you continue on this journey, you'll inevitably face challenges and setbacks. But remember, every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Cultivate resilience and inner strength, knowing that you have the power to overcome any obstacle. And finally, share your journey with others. Spread the wisdom and compassion you've discovered, and together, we can create a world of greater peace and understanding.